Hi Leo, welcome to your love reading for February 2020. Let's go ahead and see what's coming up for you. This is a love reading for the sign of Leo for February 2020. The first card you have, Leo, is the Queen of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Leo for February 2020. The Emperor. Love reading for the sign of Leo for February. Page of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Leo for February. Two of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Leo for February. King of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Leo for February. Seven of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Leo for February 2020. Six of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Leo for February. Queen of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Leo for February. And you have the Hangman. What's the most important thing that Leo needs to hear about their love life for February 2020? The message that you have, Leo, is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups can be communication. To me, this page represents someone opening their heart, perhaps someone telling you that they love you, that they still love you. This can also be a new relationship for those who are single. So we'll come back to this card in a minute and see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Let's go ahead and begin. If you would like a private reading with me, just go to my website, channeledguidance.com, and I'll put a link down below. So let's see what you have going on here, Leo. I do see that you have the King of Swords right in the center of the reading. The King of Swords would be an air sign. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. It can even be you if you have a moon or rising and an air sign. And you actually have three people in this reading. You've got the Queen of Wands, which is you as a fire sign. You've got the King of Swords, an air sign. But you also have the Queen of Pentacles, which would be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So for those who are single, it can definitely be, because you have the Page of Cups. If you're single, there could be a new relationship coming in for you. But if you're already coupled, it can perhaps be that perhaps someone is interfering in your relationship, because you do have the Seven of Pentacles here. The Seven of Pentacles does usually mean that there are choices. Perhaps you have a choice as far as who you want to be with, or perhaps you're dealing, with a third party in your relationship. Of course, that's not going to apply to everyone. What does apply to you is this. You have the Two of Cups. So I do see the sign of Leo kind of being very emotionally connected to someone. This is the soulmate card. This is kind of that feeling like, I've never felt this way before. I've never felt this emotional bond, this close to anyone emotionally before. This is here lined up with your energy and the Six of Swords, which means that perhaps in a soulmate relationship where you're struggling, because you do have the Hangman in this reading, this is movement. You're finally seeing a positive change, a healthy change in a soulmate relationship. But you also have the Emperor here, and the Emperor is right next to the Queen of Wands, so your energy. The Emperor is about taking back your power. So I feel like if the sign of Leo, if you want to see something positive change in your love life, here's your answer right here. The Emperor is saying you're going to have to really take control. You're going to have to really be in the driver's seat to make change happen. Because you do see change here with the Page of Wands. So you've got two pages now. Let's just look at this first, because the pages, they represent communication. So again, if you've been waiting to hear from someone, maybe you've been waiting for someone to reach out to you. With two pages here, communication can be highly likely for you in the month of February. But the Page of Wands also represents good news. This represents change. Since this is next to your energy, perhaps, you are maybe finally realizing what you want here with the Emperor. You're finally taking control of your love life. And, you're finally seeing this change here, this excitement from the Page of Wands. But again, there is this message here of choices for the sign of Leo, the Seven of Pentacles. It's like perhaps the sign of Leo, because you've got three people in this reading. Again, that's just kind of weird. So some of you, if there's no third party in your situation, it could be maybe that you could meet someone else, even if you're already perhaps coupled. Because the Seven of Pentacles does represent choices. Like perhaps, you're looking at your options as far as a relationship. Perhaps, there's someone else who is interested in you. Just kind of keep that in mind for the month of February. Perhaps if you're not completely happy, there are other options here for you. Perhaps an air sign or an earth sign. But you also have the Hangman here. So some of you, perhaps, you're dealing with a soulmate. Again, Two of Cups, where things are not really changing. You feel like you've been in limbo in a relationship. Maybe you've been waiting for someone to either reach out to you with the Page of Wands, communication, or you've been, waiting for someone to make a decision. I do see movement here with the Six of Swords, a healthy change in that situation. Okay, let's get a few more. Let's see what else comes up for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo for February 2020? Interesting. Queen of Swords. Now you have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. What other messages are there for Leo for February? You've got the Lovers and the Two of Pentacles. There's something here about a choice. I mean, it's not just one card. I mean, there are messages here. There's a lot of people in this reading. Let's just start there. You've got the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of choices, and I just pulled the Two of Pentacles, also a card of choices. So I feel like the sign of Leo, like if you're in a relationship and you're not happy, you have other options. This is a card of options, and this is a card of choices. But you do need to figure out what you want. I feel like that is why you have the Emperor. If you're not happy, then you need to make a decision to move on. If you're with the person that you truly, like, you really feel like this is your soulmate, then you need to take control to, to move that relationship along to a healthier place. So I pulled these three right now. So you have strong air sign energy here. If you're single, perhaps you're meeting an air sign. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Male or female, sun, moon, or rising. Again, it can also be you if you have a moon or rising and air sign. It can also be that maybe you're overthinking. There's a lot of thinking about a relationship because you have the Lovers here, which can represent the sign of Gemini. But the Lovers, this is a relationship that's very important to you. A very significant relationship that you want very much. But everything's kind of up in the air here. Perhaps, somebody keeps changing their mind about this relationship. It's like there's this message of choices. There's a choice that needs to be made for the sign of Leo. Because everything's up in the air and unstable. And of course you have the Hangman, which means that there's stuck energy. You're kind of in limbo. Perhaps you're waiting for someone to make a decision. You're being told this month, like, you really need to take control. Take back your power. You can move forward in a healthier direction here with the Six of Swords. Okay, let's get a few more. Let's see what else comes out for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo for February 2020? You've got the Five of Pentacles. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo for February? The Six of Wands and the Page of Cups, which is a repeat card. What's the most important thing that Leo needs to hear about their love life for February? You've got Strength, which does represent your energy. But I mean, I feel like Strength is telling you're going to have to really be strong if you really want to move forward, if you really want to move on. Because I do see you kind of stuck in the month of February. Perhaps you're coming into the month stuck. I mean, you have the Hangman here. So if you've kind of been in limbo in a relationship, like, again, with the Emperor, it's your call. And the Emperor is right next to you. You really got to take control as far as if you really feel like somebody has you in limbo, somebody has you stuck. You're going to have to make that decision to move forward. You also have the Five of Pentacles, which means that, the sign of Leo could be really hurting. Five of Pentacles is feeling abandoned and lonely. Somebody has emotionally just shut you out, left you out in the cold. I feel like if that has happened to you, and this card has come up for quite a few signs. This is the last one that I'm uploading. I mean, there can definitely be communication. Again, you've got the Page of Cups. This is your repeat card. The Page of Cups 2 times. And this is what you want to see in a love reading. Because it can either be, for those who are single, a new relationship coming in for you. But if you're already coupled, or maybe you're having a lot of problems, or this is an ex situation, this could be someone communicating with you. Again, someone perhaps saying, I still love you, I still care. Somebody really pouring out their heart, and this is your repeat card. And I just put that right over the soulmate card. So again, perhaps someone who, kind of abandoned you here, left you out in the cold, there's still a message of victory. Perhaps this relationship is not lost to you after all. Page of Cups 2 times. Perhaps you can still, save this relationship. There can still be communication with this person in the month of February. I just feel like if that's happening, I mean, I put the Two of Pentacles over the Seven of Pentacles, which means that everything's still very much up in the air. There's still, decisions. I feel like for the sign of Leo, decisions are big for you in the month of February. Somebody keeps trying to make a decision, but they keep going back and forth. And because of that, the energy might feel stuck as far as your love life with the Hangman. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the X spread. Hey Leo, let's go ahead and see what's going on between you and your ex for the month of February. Leo and their ex, February 2020. You've got the Five of Pentacles, which was also in the first spread. Leo and their ex for February. Eight of Pentacles. Leo and their ex for February. Seven of Swords. Leo and their ex for February. The High Priestess. Leo and their ex for February. Six of Cups. Leo and their ex for February. Let's see what this is. You've got the Three of Pentacles. Leo and their ex for February 2020. Eight of Wands. Leo and their ex for February. Page of Pentacles. Leo and their ex for February. And the Nine of Wands. Okay, so you have a lot of things going on in this reading as well. Just like in the first spread that I did for you. You have the Six of Cups right in the center of the reading. So, I mean, the Six of Cups does represent the past. So some of you, you can be hearing from someone from the past. Remember, the Page of Cups was your repeat card in the first spread. Communication. The Six of Cups is also a soulmate card. So there's still kind of emotional connection to the past. The fact that this card is here alone tells you that if this is your ex, there's still that, you know, that connection between you emotionally. I just feel like there's something else kind of going on here. The Six of Cups is lined up with the Page of Pentacles, which, I mean, you're being told here to look at this very carefully. And I kind of feel for the sign of Leo, I mean, you've got the Seven of Swords here, which does represent deceit or self-deceit. I feel like maybe you have to be careful if you're going to, you know, turn back the clock and go back to an ex. The Page of Pentacles is telling you, look closer, look closer. There's something that you're not seeing. Again, with the Seven of Swords here, it could be maybe that maybe this person has not changed with the Seven of Swords. So this is, you know, deceit, self-deceit, working against your own happiness. The fact that the Five of Pentacles is your first card, and this was also in the first spread, this is being abandoned. This is suffering. I feel like there's, you know, a lot of work to do maybe to get back on track. If you're going to get back together with an ex, the Eight of Pentacles is really building up this relationship. Maybe, you know, really kind of admitting that you have real problems here, because the Seven of Swords can be self-deceit. Perhaps you're seeing only what you want to see. Can you, you know, perhaps communicate with your ex, or, you know, perhaps, you know, hear from them again in the month of February? I feel like you can, because you have this page here which does represent communication. But I feel like if you're going to communicate, if you're going to talk about getting back together, look at this very carefully, because the Page of Pentacles is with the Nine of Wands. This is you watching your back, especially with something like the Seven of Swords here. Watch your back, that you're not going to be hurt again. Again, Five of Pentacles, first card, being abandoned and very hurt. You have the Eight of Wands here, which means that there can be communication. This is excitement. This is unexpected communication, unexpected developments. It's just, I feel like something could change for you in the month of February, but you're being told, look closer. Like, what does this really mean? Has this person truly changed? I feel like you still have that connection. I feel like this person is still thinking of you, but there is a lot of work to do here. The Three of Pentacles, a lot of time and effort that has to be invested to build up this relationship. You're being told, trust your intuition. Okay, let's get a few more. Let's see what other messages come up for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo about their ex for February 2020? You've got the Strength card, the King of Pentacles, and the Hangman. So both of these cards, actually all three of these cards were in the first spread. So if your ex is an earth sign, let's just start there, because we have the King of Pentacles, which I think the Queen of Pentacles was in the first spread. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, male or female, sun or rising. There could still be a struggle here, because you're being told by the Strength card that you're going to have to be really brave and really strong, and maybe trying to work out this relationship, because I still see you being in limbo. You have the Hangman. The Hangman is like you're not really moving forward. There's something that's keeping this relationship stuck, that's keeping this relationship from really moving forward, from getting back together. It's something that's keeping you, both of you, in limbo here. You're going to have to really both be strong and not push each other's buttons with a Strength card. Don't get triggered by this person. Again, if this is an earth sign, it can also be you if you have a moon or rising in an earth sign. But I feel like with the sign of Leo, I mean, I feel like something's kind of working against you here with the Hangman. That's just the feeling I get from this card. Something like you could move forward if you're really brave, and you do not allow yourself to get triggered by this person. Otherwise, I still see you kind of in limbo here. Either way, you're being told here, watch your back, look out for yourself. Okay, let's get a few more from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo about their ex for February 2020? We've got the Two of Cups, Leo and their ex for February, Temperance, Knight of Swords. Yeah, I mean, the fact that these three cards just came up for you, I mean, this is confirming what I was saying before. I feel like many of you can hear from your ex in the month of February. Again, the Page of Cups was your repeat card, in the first spread. Here it is here. So I feel like you could hear from this person in the month of February. And then you also had the soulmate card in the first spread, and it's popped up here again in the X spread. So you still have that bond with this person, also, you know, repeated here by the Six of Cups. But you're also being told here, you know, just don't rush anything by Temperance. This is not, don't do anything extreme. Just because you hear from this person, don't automatically assume that you're back together. Don't automatically assume that you're just going to pick up where you left off, because you have other things going on here. It's like there's still a lot of work to do here. There could be deceit. Maybe there's things you don't know about your ex that have happened. Perhaps they were not completely honest. Perhaps you're seeing what you want to see. I mean, you have the Knight of Swords, which means that everything can change very quickly for you. There could be a lot of unexpected developments around your ex, but you're being told here, like, don't jump the gun. Don't try to rush anything. This is being patient. Let everything happen naturally. Don't push the envelope. Temperance also represents a sign of Sagittarius. I mean, I feel like there's still a soulmate energy with your ex here. There's still a lot of emotion kind of tying you together. The past is still with them and with you as well, but you're being told there's something else that you need to see here. And because the Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords are here, perhaps there's something about your ex that you don't want to see. Perhaps maybe that this person's not going to change, or perhaps maybe you really don't want to get back together. Perhaps it's just the Six of Cups can be kind of longing for the past, romanticizing the past, like kind of imagining someone being something that they never were. So kind of be careful with that. Again, I'm getting that from the Page of Pentacles as well. You're being told watch your back, be on guard. But at the same time, if you want to get out of this place of limbo between you and your ex, one or both of you is going to have to be really strong and not get triggered by the other. Okay, let me get you a few more cards. Let's see what else comes up for you. What final messages are there for the sign of Leo about their ex for February 2020? You've got the World. Final messages for the sign of Leo about their ex for February. The Ace of Swords. Final messages for the sign of Leo about their ex. And the Emperor. Yeah, I mean, what you're being told here is if things are going to change, if there's going to be a new chapter at all, any type of new beginning between you and your ex, there has to be clarity. Someone has to look at maybe at the relationship from a different perspective. This is a clear head, clear thinking. And somebody has to really take control here with the Emperor. Because the Emperor does represent someone like, finally, someone being in the driver's seat, making things happen. This represents the truth. This represents deceit. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things going on for the sign of Leo as far as an ex. Many of you, you can reconcile with your ex in the month of February. If anything, you might hear this person, still cares about you. You had the Page of Cups as a repeat card in the first spread. You could be hearing this person still cares. I feel like there's just more to it. There's more to it as far as, things really working out. Like there could be a new chapter, but there has to be perhaps the truth has to be revealed about what really happened, or somebody has to look at this relationship from a different perspective, and somebody has to really kind of, take control as far as perhaps moving this relationship forward, because you do have the Hangman. Okay, Leo, this has been your love reading for February 2020. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again next month.